Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today my guest is on from the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority. I have on the Director of Promotions and Marketing, Barbie Watts. Barbie, welcome to the show.
Good morning and thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you. Now, you know, Barbie, as I was talking before we came on, and I was saying, well, what is the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority? It's almost like when people ask me what I do for the City of LaGrange, I say I'm the city director, and they're like, well, what is that? Help the viewing audience to understand a little bit more about the LaGrange Downtown Development Authority.
Okay. We're an organization that works for downtown, to develop downtown. We've got committees. I have a promotions and marketing committee, and we work to create events that'll bring people into town, and hopefully they'll shop and dine while they're there, and just to create some fun community activities for you know, the people that live in LaGrange. We also have a business and economic development committee, and we are concerned with beautification of downtown and just historic preservation issues that are going on downtown. We also, that committee deals with facade grants, and we've got applications for facade grants on our website, which is www.downtownlagrange.com, and those are monies that are available to people that are interested in upgrading their facades of their buildings. The money can be used towards signage, new awnings, you know, sprucing up their paint. We really want to encourage, you know, creating the best appearance that they can for their buildings. And anyway, it's a 50% matching grant up to $1,000. So if anybody's interested in that, they can find the application on our website and just read through the, you know, the process, and then send that in to us.
Well, you got a lot of stuff there in just a few short moments there.
Yes.
I want to go back into and just ask a couple of questions about some of the things that you mentioned. I want to say the facade grant for just a second. You're talking about the beautification of the downtown LaGrange area. And I know that there's been you know, millions of dollars put into the downtown area. You know, start naming a few. We got the theater, got the museum across the street from the theater, got Delavant that now is a very attractive meeting place there.
Absolutely.
And then you have the various businesses down in the downtown area. When you're talking about businesses and the facade grant, if somebody was interested in locating downtown, are there availabilities as far as locations are concerned?
Yes, we have some vacancies downtown, and we also, you can go on our website and there's a real estate tab you can look at and see the properties that are available for rent, and there's the pricing information, the contact information for the, you know, for the real estate agents. So there's a lot of information on that site if anybody, you know, is interested in trying to find a spot downtown. Of course, if they want to call me, I'll be happy to make some suggestions for them. And you know, we're always looking for new businesses to come downtown.
Absolutely. So. And you said the facade grant basically is for exterior improvements,
yes.
No interior
Yes,
improvements?
Facade.
Okay.
It's the front.
Okay.
Front and side, if the side, you know, comes into play with that. So.
Okay. And I know that in the past there's been a couple that I've seen that came through my office. Can you name some of those locations that have been recipients of facade?
The most recent ones that we have awarded have been, one has been to Marketplace on Lafayette Square. And I believe they use that to do their new awnings and their paint job. And then Precious House of Style, which is on the square also, and they, I think, applied that toward their awning and their signage on their windows.
Okay, well, very good. Yeah, and I noticed that the colorization in the downtown area, you know, is really nice, looking good. And you know, again, I don't want to single out any street, but both of the streets look absolutely wonderful in our downtown area. And we want to thank you and all the ones, you and Barbie Carmichael there, and all the other board members for the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority for that. Now, I know that you you say you are the promotions and marketing person, so you bring in all of the foot traffic in the downtown area.
Yes.
And I know that I think a month or so ago we had the Georgia Trust that was here, and they were at Delavant as well.
Yes.
Talk about that just a little bit for us.
We had a great group in last month. We had over 300 people attending meetings. They came in on a Tuesday and stayed through Friday. And they were actually the downtown leaders through the state of Georgia, and then there was also a group from the Georgia Historic Preservation that had their meetings that week. And they met at the Delavant. They ate lunch all downtown. They had dinner downtown. They shopped downtown. So it was a great, they loved our LaGrange downtown, and it was a great event. And the merchants, saw a lot of increase in their business that week too. So we love having groups like that come in.
Absolutely. I got an opportunity to come down and sit through some of the sessions as well on that Thursday, and then just to see the foot traffic in the downtown. I knew that the merchants greatly appreciated that.
Oh, they did. They did.
And that's what we need to keep our downtown going. Yeah, and talking about keeping it going, I know that there's a lot of events that's coming up over the next couple of months that we want to talk about and just kind of get the word out to our listening audience about, so they can come to the downtown area and be a part of that. The first one that we want to talk about, Barbie, here is the 3rd annual Scarecrow Contest.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that is something that is sponsored by our office, the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority, the 3rd annual Scarecrow Contest, and we invite any business, organization, or individual to attend or to enter their scarecrow in the event. The scarecrows will go up on October 1st, and they'll stay up through the whole month of October. The winners will be announced at the chili cook-off on October 27th. And we're going to give 3 prizes, one for the best entry in each category, and the categories are best historic character, most original, and the best representation of business or organization. And the applications can be found on our website if they'll go to the calendar, and then there's an attachment there, or just email me at barbiew@downtownlagrange.com, and I'll be happy to send the application out. And I'm also going to have them in the stores downtown too, so you can pick them up there.
Very good. And that's the 3rd annual Scarecrow, and basically it's open to individuals and businesses? Businesses,
organizations, and individuals. So I think in the past, a lot of our downtown merchants have done the scarecrows, and they've been in front of their stores. But if LaGrange High wanted to do one as a football player, or Callaway, or Troop, we'd welcome that. So the more the merrier, and the more fun it makes our downtown. So for the month of October.
Is there a entry fee or anything?
There is not.
Okay, very good. And that will be up during the whole entire month of October.
Yeah, it'll be our fall decorations downtown.
All right. And you alluded to in your conversation there the chili cook-off. The winners will be announced at the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
Talk about that for us, Barbie.
Well, the chili cook-off is an event that LaGrange has held for many years, and it used to be, directed by the United Way, and the United Way agencies were the participants. Well, last year the DLDA took that event on because it's so important to our community, and we have opened it up to any business or organization to participate. And what we ask is if you are a nonprofit, sometimes it's a good idea to partner with a business so they can help you with the expense of the chili and all that. And then if you're a business and you have a charity or something that you like to sponsor, anyway, we just ask that everybody join together and get involved.
That's right.
And the date for that is October 27th.
Okay.
And it's going to be 1 to 5 on the square. It's also going to coincide with trick-or-treating downtown, and that's going to go from 1 to 3.
Okay.
We will also have a children's costume contest at that day, and that's for children in costume, ages 0 to 12. And the contest will be from 3 to 4.
Okay.
So anyway, there's more information at our website, and then also you can always contact me if you need the applications and things like that at barbiew@downtownlagrange.com.
Okay, and that's the chili cook-off October 27th. And it's sponsored by the DLDA.
Yes.
Okay, and of course it's from 1 until 5, and it'll be on the square downtown?
Yes, it'll be on the square.
Okay, very good. I can remember the days of coming down and sampling some of the chili. I'm going to tell you, find some good eating going on.
Yes, and we're going to take the first 25 applicants because space is limited.
Okay,
So
that's good to know.
if they're interested, if they'll hurry up and
get their
applications in because the space is limited.
Very good. In the event of rain, do you have anticipated
Yes, so
rain
we're
day?
going to hold it on Sunday, the 28th, the same time from 1 to 5, and hopefully it won't rain all weekend. So
That's right.
I don't know what we'll do if it rains.
Okay, all right, very good. So as I stated again, there's a number of events going on, and just to continue to go over the list of things, I know that a lot of the farmers and those that like to buy the homegrown produce are probably interested in the next one. That's the Market on the Main.
Yes.
That's been taking place now for a number of years.
Yes. And the Market on Main is still going. We're going to continue. Our last weekend is going to be October 20th. and it's located in the parking lot. It's next to the Carmike Cinema building, across the street from Loy's Office Supplies at the corner of East Depot and Main.
We should call that the Lower Main Street parking lot.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's good.
right, yeah.
And it runs from 8 to 10 every Saturday. We do have an exception where the vendors are going to be set up on October 13th, but they're going to be at the West Georgia Commons Mall parking lot that weekend because they're taking part in the 56th Annual Harvest Sale. I think that's sponsored by our extension agents, Troup County Extension agents. So all of our vendors will be out at the mall for that weekend, and then we'll be back at the Market on Main location on the 20th that for our last weekend.
Oh, okay,
so.
very good. Now, the produce, I think the only requirement is that the produce that is being sold at the market has to be locally grown. Is that correct?
Yes, it has to be grown in Troup County, or it can be grown in a county that touches Troup County.
Okay.
And at this point, of course, a lot of the crops have played out.
Right.
Some of the fall crops are starting to come in, and they're going to have pumpkins and greens and things like that. But right now, we have so much of our jams and jellies and a lot of nice canned goods, and baked goods, lots of great cakes and pies and fried pies, and we have a lady that's just started, and she does biscuits every morning, every Saturday now. So we're excited to have that.
Oh man!
So it's fun. If you haven't been, you need to come and check it out because it's wonderful.
And what's the time of what time does it get started?
It's 8 to 10 every Saturday morning, and it is worth getting up early for.
That's right. I've seen some, and my mother, she does the canning and stuff of that nature. So I've seen some of the preserves that have been purchased from there, and they are wonderful.
They are. Somebody else does all the work, and you get to enjoy.
That's right. Absolutely.
Enjoy the fruit of their labor.
And now with someone doing the biscuits, you can get the jam and the biscuits right there, right? Come in at breakfast.
Yes,
absolutely.
Breakfast, lunch. Take care of your dinner.
There you go.
It's great.
Now, and continue to looking at things that are happening. The Market on Main, the last Saturday would be October 20th, as we stated there. And then, so looking at November, there's some things that will be taking place there. You have a holiday open house that's also going to be in the downtown area. Help us to talk about that.
That is, I guess that's a LaGrange tradition too, and it's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Okay. It runs from 1 to 5, and our boutiques and things downtown that usually aren't open on Sunday are opening up that day, and that's just a kind of a way to kick off the holiday shopping season, a festive way, to get that started. So I think a lot of people look forward to that, and if you hadn't been before, we'd invite you to come on down on the 18th from 1 to 5.
All right, from 1 to 5. After church is over with, come on out and go
after church,
shopping.
after lunch, come shop. Get your shopping started. And we have so many great boutiques downtown, and it's just fun to, if you don't have time during the week to come in, Sunday, would be a great time to go and just see all the wonderful things. You don't have to go anywhere. You can find everything you need in Troup County, downtown. So.
I occasionally kind of pop into the various boutiques. I don't want to start naming it, singling out anybody, but to pop into the various locations in the downtown area, and you'd be quite amazed at the things that you find there. I mean, novelty items up to bigger items that you might be in the market for. Wonderful
gift items.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we just want to encourage people to come and take advantage of those things downtown. And moving through the end of the month of November, and this is something that everybody looks forward to every year, and I think it just continues to grow every year, and that is the annual Christmas parade.
Yes, that's going to be on the 29th. That's I guess the week after Thanksgiving. That's our tradition as well. And Santa will arrive downtown and be there from 3 to 5, and then he has to go, I guess he lights the tree, and then he goes and leads the parade, or ends the parade, and the parade will begin at 6. So that's always a fun time, to be downtown with your family and enjoy the holiday.
Entries, talk about how you can get involved with that.
I believe the Chamber of Commerce sponsors that, so I'm thinking they'll take your applications. So. I think you can go to the chamber site and get the information for that.
All right, very good. So that's November 29th that the Christmas parade will take place, and it starts at 6 o'clock. Right. And I understand from talking with you that Santa is going to be on the square. He's not going back to the North Pole. He's going to stay right here in LaGrange.
He'll be coming to LaGrange every Saturday from 1 to 4. He'll be downtown if the weather's permitting. And he will be in one of our merchant stores downtown if it's raining or something. Okay. And there'll be a sign. Typically, we have a sleigh set up for people to come and take pictures with Santa on the square. So if the weather's bad, we'll have a sign in the sleigh that tells you where to find him that day. So he'll still be downtown. He just will be in a building instead of out on the square in the weather. But anyway, we just encourage everybody to bring their bring their cameras so they can take pictures, and bring their wish list so they can share with Santa what they, are wishing for. Okay. And then our merchants we're doing something new this year. We're going to have Santa mailboxes in some of our downtown boutiques, and they're going to be collecting Santa letters for Santa.
Ah, okay.
So if your child needs to mail their letter to Santa, they can bring it downtown, and we'll see that it gets in the mail. Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. So he'll be there on the square, or either in one of the locations. He can
Every
take the
Saturday.
snow, but not the rain.
Right.
I guess. Right?
No rain.
Okay. So he'll be in one of the boutiques in the downtown area.
And that'll be every Saturday. That's the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd, from 1 to 4.
All right. Well, very good. Looking forward to that as well. And just continuing looking at the month of December, there's going to be another shopping opportunity for the residents of City of LaGrange and surrounding areas that will be taking place on the 1st of December as well.
Right. That is called our Candlelight Holiday Shopping event, and it will be December the 1st, which is the first Saturday in December, from 5 to 9. We will be selling commemorative wine glasses for the event if people want to. I think they've done that in the past, and people have started collecting them. So those will be available this year, and the boutiques downtown will have applications if people want to pre-order those. So we'll make sure to have those available to them at that event. They can pick them up.
All right. Well,
at
very
that event.
good. Okay. So that's a candlelight shopping, and that's from 5 to 9 as well.
That's a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night. Good. Now I want to go back. There was in October. There's a couple of things coming up. It's more of a chamber-sponsored event, but I do want to go ahead and mention it now at this point, and that is the event that will be held out at the Callaway Center, Discover Troop.
Oh yes, that is it's the Resource Troop 2012 Expo, Tuesday, October the 2nd, and that is just a great time to come. And if somebody's new to the community, they can come and see all these different vendors that are located within Troop County, and just get to know just all the different businesses and things that we have to offer.
That's right. And I think there would be some food sampling going on out there.
I see they're going to have the Taste
right.
of Troop. So it sounds like it'll be a fun event. I personally hadn't attended before, so this will be my first one, but I've heard it's a wonderful event. So.
Yeah, whenever there's food and tasting, I think I always gravitate to it. I've been to a couple of them, and I must say that very good food. I think, don't want to name, there was a winner, I think, that repeated 2 years in a row as far as the selection.
Well, we have some great chefs and restaurants here in LaGrange, so that'll be wonderful to sample.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then going back again for month of September, there's an event that's coming up that's near and dear to a lot of our hearts, and one to allow my cancer care navigator from West Georgia Health System normally comes on and talk about this, but it's also going to be held in the downtown. So
so I want to give it a plug. It's on Saturday, September 29th. From 10 to 2, and it'll be located downtown on the square, and they're gonna have lots of activities going on that day, and free breast exams and things for women's health screenings, and there's also the Hope for a Day walk that's taking place, and I understand the event just continues to grow, and the great thing about the event is like any of the proceeds that they generate that day go back to Troop County, and they go to benefit the women and families in Troop County. So that's a really great thing.
Absolutely. And one exceptionally wonderful person, and she comes on and talk about that. And we just don't realize how something like cancer affects families. And our viewing audience perhaps have heard me mention that my grandmother, who's 96, underwent a mastectomy some years ago, and we thank God for that. And all the people in the community that have been impacted. Absolutely. Yes. So again, we just want to invite the community to come out and support this very worthwhile cause. And that's Paint the Town Pink on September 29th. There's also be in the downtown area.
Well, and I also want to mention they're also opening an art exhibit. It'll be at the Cochran Gallery, which is on the square, and it opens that same day along with that. And it's an outgrowth of the art therapy program at the Callaway Cancer Clinic, and it displays quilts that are comprised of canvases that participants have created, and I think that just kind of depicts how they've been affected and with cancer. So I've seen the promotional postcard for the event, and the artwork looks fabulous. Absolutely. So I think that would be a wonderful event to take into, and that gallery is right on our square, and it's not open all the time, but it is a fabulous location, and I just encourage everybody to step in and take it in, because it should be a wonderful show.
Absolutely. I remember last year, I think at the, if my memory serves me correctly, I think the ladies out at the Active Adult Life Center did the quilt work that was, I think, raffled off to raise funds to help with the cause for cure for the cancer there as well. So again, there's just a number of events that's taking place. Staying in the month of October, I know that there'll be another opportunity to have some downtown foot traffic, and that's the Georgia Trust will be coming back to town. Talk about that.
Okay, the Georgia Trust for Historic Preservation is having their fall ramble in LaGrange, and what they do 2 a year, and it's essentially a tour group they're interested in historic properties and looking at historic buildings and things like that. So they'll be coming to our community, and they're going to be touring some historic homes and checking out, I guess, some of our property, our older buildings that have been renovated, and just so they'll be here. Should be around 150 visitors to LaGrange. We're very excited. We love having new people come in, and love for them to see our beautiful community. And and they haven't been. This group has not been to LaGrange in about 10 years. So we've had a lot of changes and a lot of renovations and things that have happened. So they should have a lot to see. And it should be a very interesting weekend for them.
As we talking about the Georgia Trust that was here a month or so ago, just talking with some of the participants, they were like, "Man, y'all have a beautiful downtown area," and they
love it.
It was just they were very complimentary, of the all the things, and the thought of having your movie theater right in the downtown area, they thought was very, very forward thinking.
Yes.
And then all of the the stores and stuff of that nature. So I think we do have a lot going on in the downtown area.
We do.
As we get ready to wrap up, there's one other event that you want to talk a little bit about. It's kind of fun. Fun. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Fun. I don't know that we've ever held an event like this here in the Troup County area, but and I've seen flyers around the city, and that will be taking place on November 3rd. Mud Run.
Yes, and actually, I think Laura Jennings can probably give you all the details about the event. I just know it's November 3rd, and the run is going to be held at Pine Road Park. But they're estimating between 1,000 to 3,000 participants will come for this, and it's a race, but it has obstacles, and those obstacles involve mud. And anyway, the people that have done it love it. They've gone all over the state and done these races. So we're really looking forward to having this event here and having that many people in our community. And hopefully, if the spouses are not in the running part of it, they'll be in the shopping and eating part of it. So we're hoping all of LaGrange will be impacted with this group of people coming to town.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we hope everybody will welcome that group.
Absolutely. And this is the Mud Run, November the 3rd out at Pine Road Park.
Yes.
And I'm going to get Laura to come on and kind of give us more details about this.
Yes, she'll be happy to do that, I'm sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, Darby, like I say, Barbara, you have a lot of things going on in the downtown area. And being an employee of the City of LaGrange, I, appreciate what you all do to kind of make sure that the downtown and people that come in see the fullness of our downtown, because there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of investment that have been made in our downtown, and we want to share it with other individuals that come in. So I want to thank you for coming on today and sharing all this. And of course, if anybody didn't have the pen in hand and jotted down all this information, can you give them your website address again so they can go there?
Yes, the website is www.downtownlagrange.com, and then my email is barbiew@downtownlagrange. So if you have any questions or want an application, please send me an email, and I'll be happy to send it out to you. And of course, you can call on the telephone too, and I'll return your call and help you out with whatever you're looking for help with. So.
All right. Well, there's a lot that was going on, and hopefully the community and surrounding areas, not just our community here, but the surrounding areas will come out and support these very, very worthwhile causes.
Yes, we'd love for Hogansville and West Point people to come join in, because the more the merrier.
Absolutely, the more the merrier. And then too, we're a very welcoming city.
Right.
We want to share our downtown, and hey, shop, dine, and taking a movie. There you go, shop down and play. Yeah. All right. Well, Barbie, thank you very much for coming on today and sharing this information. And I'll be getting to, I know, a couple of these events myself.
Great. We'd love to have you there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Barbie.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been from the Downtown LaGrange Development Authority, Director of Promotions and Marketing, Barbie Watts. And she talked about the number of events that will be taking place in our downtown area. And we want you all to come out and support these. And as we close out the show, ladies and gentlemen, we will be featuring them again. So go ahead and write them down or visit their website so that you can stay informed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.